I can talk about South Carolina quarterback LaNorris Sellers, talk about his top 3 strengths, at least as of right now in his quarterback development. Talk about his top 3 strengths from 2024 heading into 2025. And we'll have maybe 3 clips that are demonstrating each of these strengths we're going to talk about that we'll look at the very end. So let's talk about his first strength that stands out to me. It's probably the most obvious one, and that's his athleticism, his ability to scramble, his ability to improvise on a play break setup, but also his ability for the offensive play caller to surround the offense around Sellers' ability to run the ball, his athletic ability. He was third in the SEC for all quarterbacks in rushing yards, not including sacks. With sacks, he had 674 yards on the ground. Without sacks, he had 852 yards on the ground. Again, I think Diego Pavia was ahead of him, and maybe Jalen Milroy from Alabama, I believe. But again, he was a third quarterback in rushing yards, not including sacks. He led the SEC in yards after contact at 581. The next closest quarterback to Sellers in this category was Milroy with 433 yards. So almost 150 yards ahead of the next closest quarterback. And then there are also some huge passing plays that came off of Sellers' athletic ability. I mean, there's a time where it was like the Mizzou game, the Vanderbilt game, Clemson. I mean, you had all these games kind of back to back to back. It seemed like A&M where the pressure got to him. It looked like he was for sure down. He had a Cam Newton type play to escape and have a big pass play. Against A&M, it was like the first big play of the game, that first drive of the game. A free blitzer, maybe we'll show that video, but a free blitzer comes, he breaks the tackle and scrambles. My favorite one is probably against Vanderbilt. It was a deep ball. He's able to roll out to the left side of the field and push the ball downfield, right? So his number one strength as of right now is his athleticism. It leads to the running game and also leads to the passing game, whether you have it by design to roll out or if you have it where he improvises. Second strength as of right now is his ability to pass against the blitz. His success against the blitz was one of the bigger things that I took away, especially as a young quarterback. Sometimes quarterbacks can get confused when teams are blitzing them. Not LaNorris Sellers. Against the blitz, he had 11 passing touchdowns to only 2 interceptions. Whenever the defenses would drop 7 or 8, he had 7 touchdowns to 5 interceptions. So almost 3 times more interceptions came when the defense was dropping 7 or 8. His yards per attempt against the blitz was 10.1. His yards per attempt when the defense would drop 7 or 8 was only 7.3. And that stat kind of makes sense, but still, push the ball downfield, he was much more comfortable against the blitz. Teams only blitzed him 36% of the time, and if his success continues next season against the blitz, I'd imagine that number goes down even more. And especially with a quarterback like Sellers, you're already going to have a spy, right? So if you have 3 down linemen coming, then you have 1 spy on Sellers. Even if you only bring 4, that's essentially almost like you're bringing 5 from a passing defense standpoint because you have 6 defenders back there defending the pass. So the threat of him running the ball will also throw a wrench into defense's plans when it comes to the blitz. Then his third strength, and this is maybe one of his underrated strengths that maybe, unless you're a South Carolina fan, you wouldn't realize, is his accuracy on deep throws. So on passes where the ball was thrown 20 yards or more downfield, he was 19 of 38. So 50% completion percentage on those type of throws. That is the second most accurate quarterback in the SEC on those type of throws with minimum of 30 attempts. Only DJ Lagway from Florida was more accurate on those type of throws. And the argument can be made, hey, if he has 50, 60 type completions or attempts, then maybe the number goes down. That's probably true. But still, a minimum of 30 attempts to qualify for my made-up stat. And he was second in the SEC in completion percentage, right behind DJ Lagway, so 19 of 38. My biggest takeaway from Sellers and why I'm so high on him and why I think these 3 strengths can really translate to the next season is his ability to get better throughout the season. If you watched him from game 1 against Old Dominion, missing throws, to the end of the season, you saw a big development. You saw big steps to get better. So if you believe in development, which I do, and the more reps, the more time the quarterback has, I believe the better development can be. And I think next season should be even better. So top 3 strengths: his athleticism, his ability to pass against the blitz, and his accuracy on deep throws. I think those strengths really helped him develop last season for the Gamecock. So with that said, let's go ahead and I'll pick maybe 3 clips, maybe 1 clip of him having success against the blitz, 1 clip of him showing his athletic ability, then 1 clip of him on a deep, accurate throw, and we'll demonstrate it here at the end of this video. So let's go ahead and watch those clips and we'll wrap the video up. Number one strength, his athleticism. And South Carolina fans, this is broadcast footage. I do apologize, we have to slow it down. But these clips do a good enough job demonstrating our points. So the number one strength that he has is his athleticism, whether it's by a design run or whether it's by him scrambling and taking off like he does here. It was just a 3rd and 16, I believe. Again, this is one of Gamecock's favorite plays from fans that I talked to. This was the game-winning run against Clemson, makes several guys miss, able to get upfield. This is taking off, doing stuff that not many people in college football can do. Breaks 2, 3. That was like his 3rd broken tackle. Was able to get into the end zone. So this is going off script and having a run here. So the next clip we're going to watch is his athleticism as it leads to the passing game. And this is against Texas A&M. This is 2nd and 10. This is the second play of the game. We're going to see him break a tackle, throw him down, and roll out. And he had several plays like this entire season. So let's see. Can I go ahead? Oops, I apologize. All right, here we go here. So I'm going to say I think A&M only brings 4 here. I believe someone missed something here. It looked like they were going to bring more. They just bring 4. Yeah, there's a miscommunication. Able to just break a tackle right there. Again, so strong, able to break a tackle, roll out, and push the ball downfield for a really big play. Right. So his number one strength, I think, it's probably hard to argue against his number one strength being his athleticism right now, but it's not just because he can run the ball. It's because it leads to big plays like we're watching right here in the passing game. And both these clips were him going off script. But if you've watched Gamecock football this past season, you'll know there's plenty of quarterback design runs, plenty of quarterback design play action rollouts where they pass the ball as well. So second strength. Okay, I got this a little confused. I apologize. The next strength we'll watch is his accuracy downfield, even though the blitz was his second strength that I had. But his accuracy downfield, strength number 3, we're a little out of order, but strength number 3, you're going to see him push the ball to Nick Harbor. This is against Mizzou. This was before the second half. The second half really took off, and it was a pretty big game. I apologize again. Pretty big half in the second half. But his accuracy downfield, we'll go ahead and watch that so you can see it without those faces popping up. His accuracy downfield, again, 19 of 38 on balls thrown 20 yards or more in the air. That's pretty accurate. And he missed one game, right? So not a lot of room for error here. I know he's got a step or two on him. It's still a really tough throw, accurate throw, pushing the ball downfield. One of my favorite throws of the season from Sellers, or these type of throws. Again, only DJ Lagway had a better completion percentage on these type of throws with 30 attempts or more. And then my biggest takeaway as a passer is his ability against the blitz. We're going to see this against A&M, 3rd and 6, pushing it downhill here. As a quarterback, you were taught to throw the ball where the blitzer is coming from, right? So you replace the blitzer with the football, and this is what you see right here. This is when it really stood out to me how good Sellers was against the blitz against Texas A&M. So it's a 3rd and 6, nothing crazy here. A&M's getting back in the game, right? Or now A&M's ahead now after South Carolina had a huge start. You see a blitzing, was that the safety here? Blitzing defender for A&M, and he replaces it right there. So nice job by LaNorris Sellers against the blitz. Again, top 3 strengths, and there's obviously more, so Gamecock fans, let me know your thoughts in the comments below. I'll go ahead and put it back here so we can see. Let me know your thoughts in the comments below, but my top 3 strengths for LaNorris Sellers right now is his athleticism, number 1. I think that's pretty hard to argue against. His ability to pass against the blitz. Again, 11 passing touchdowns, only 2 interceptions, so a TD to interception ratio of almost 6-1 against the blitz. His accuracy pushing the ball downfield. Again, there's a lot of room to develop still. But that's why I'm excited for him, because I think he'll take those steps and he'll fill those windows of development in 2025. But Gamecock fans, I want to hear from you. Let me know what other type of content you want to see this offseason. Again, if you haven't seen the channel, we're a big SEC quarterback hub. We do a lot of Sellers content as well. So if you like that type of niche content, please consider subscribing to the channel. Like the video, share it, helps us grow. Thanks for following us along. We'll see you next time. Peace.